We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff. And we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda.
Hi everyone!
And he's Grogu.
He
and
says
we're
hi.
on the road with Mickey. This is Season 2, Episode 39 for September 27th, 2021. And our feature topic this week is Your Favorite Deluxe Resort and Why.
Yeah.
You know, this is the conclusion of our 3-part series on our favorite resorts, and we hope you all have enjoyed it, and we are looking forward to talking about those deluxe resorts. But first, we have some updates and some cheddar. Update from last week. Sophie touched on the fact that the Scat Cat Club, which features both a lounge and a cafe, has some interesting information regarding the beignets at Port Orleans French Quarter. You can pick up the beignets and specialty coffees in the Scat Cat's Club Cafe, which is open from 6 a.m. to midnight. If you order beignets with a meal from the food court, which is only a few steps away, this will be the new pickup location. There's no changes to the offerings apart from the 3 new toppings / drizzle glaze options: cinnamon, sugar, raspberry, or chocolate. As far as beignets go, I'm a traditionalist. Give me just powdered sugar, and I'm a
with
happy
you,
guy.
Mike. Yes.
I'm going to say, though, that the raspberry drizzle, I think, would be amazing with that. I'm one that I need just a tiny bit of fruitiness to cut back on all that sugar.
Okay, so here's what we'll do then. Okay, girls.
Yeah?
Brenda gets the traditional with just the powdered sugar. You get a raspberry. I'll get a cinnamon sugar, and we'll all share and go into like a sugar coma.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And then we'll tape an episode.
Yes, we will tape an episode of us eating desserts, eating beignets.
Oh, goodness. All right, then.
So
Sounds good to me.
heading into Cheddar from the Big Cheese, Sophie is starting us off. She has some really good information.
I do. And this is something that my friend Jagan told me about, but unfortunately, because I was working last week when she sent this to me, I did not get it until just yesterday night because my work schedule is so busy. But Duffy, the Disney bear, for those of you who don't know who that is, he is Mickey's traveling companion. He follows Mickey all over the world. Duffy has made a new friend, and she is a pink fox named Linabelle, and will make her debut in Shanghai Disneyland on September 27th. She
So
has a
today.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, no.
Yeah, today.
Shoot. I could have sworn that said the 29th when I typed it. Hang on.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
Yeah,
Didn't mean to derail you like that, Sophie.
it's okay. Hang on. Lina Bell. Do Lina Bell Duffy. I guess. Hang on. This is something that I need to fix, otherwise I'm never gonna get through this. But anyway, while I'm searching this up to make sure that I have the date right, there's also a video that has been posted to the Disney Duffy Facebook page, as well as onto YouTube, featuring Lina Bell meeting Duffy, and I was right. It is supposed to be September 29th. I don't know
Okay.
how that got changed, but
Well,
all right.
now it's right in the show notes. Yay.
So it's
Yep.
right in the show notes. And it's September 29th. And the link for
Yes.
the YouTube will also be in the show notes.
Yes,
So
and
go
she's
click
going to
over and look at it.
And she's going to be joining Duffy along with all his other friends, including Shelly May, which is his girlfriend, Stella Lou, which is my favorite, and many others.
Awesome.
All of which I know just about nothing about.
Well, yeah. They are more popular over in Japan and China than they are over here, but I like them.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Brenda, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm sharing a couple of tidbits. One is refurbishments, and one is some new information that was released that I think is possibly going to affect occupancy at Walt Disney World, which I just thought of when Sophie was talking. So the upcoming refurbishments are Mickey's PhilharMagic, which is going to be closed from October 11th through November 12th. And this is so they can add the Coco portion to the show, which is going to be awesome. Cali River Rapids refurb is going to be from November 1st through December 2021. It doesn't have an actual end date as far as I can find. And Expedition Everest will be closed for refurb from January 4th through April of 2022. That's a big one for Expedition Everest lovers. So I also heard that President Biden had signed to accept vaccinated visitors from the UK and Brazil starting November. So because there are very many Walt Disney World visitors from the UK and Brazil, usually, I'm wondering how this is going to affect occupancy levels in the parks coming now forward. Well, for November forward.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that. So thanks for mentioning
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that
November
is
is
a
one
good
of the big
question.
months for the Brazil group, so they escape their cold weather and come to Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just
Time will tell. We'll just
wondering.
have to
Yes,
monitor that and report back and see if we see any differences. And Brenda, you're going to be there in November,
I am.
right? So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see if it's like floodgates opening right away, or if it's kind of like it trickles in and builds over time. That'll be real interesting to see.
Yeah,
It
it's a
And
will
curious
be.
thing.
hopefully it won't be too impactful. So,
Yeah.
We shall see.
all right. Yep. Okay. Well, last cheddar is mine, and I think it's a cool cheddar. And I want to talk about George Calagridis. And I'm sure I butchered his name, and I'm so sorry if I did.
No,
You did a
you
great
didn't.
job.
You said
Uh,
it very well.
Thank you. He is not a household name by any stretch, but it is one that many of us may know more about him and what he's contributed to than actually knowing about him. George is the president of segment development and enrichment for Disney Parks Experiences and Products. And on September 12th, he was honored with a window on Main Street, USA. George has had a hand in many things during his career, like the creation of Disney pin trading and the memorable Frozen Summer Fun at Disney's Hollywood Studios. He led the resort during a period of remarkable growth and opened Pandora, the world of Avatar, Toy Story Land, and Star Wars Galaxy Edge, experiences which have become staples of a Walt Disney World vacation. And the window says, "Be our guest. The Main Street Chamber of Commerce invites you to live, work, and play in our welcoming community, Main Street, USA. People, partnerships, and progress are the keys to our world. George A. Calagridis, Ambassador, Main Street." And that just is so cool to me, and it just sends shivers.
Wow.
And I
Yeah.
have a picture of the window I want to share.
Awesome.
Wow.
And there it is.
Oh,
Nice.
I
Goodness
think it is.
gracious.
Isn't that
What
incredible
a
looking?
dream come true,
that
y'all.
is
You know?
amazing.
And one of the things I like even most than even the honor of having your window is when he was talking. There's a YouTube video, and I'll put the link in the notes. Um, when he was talking about it, he said, this is a big honor, but I want everyone to remember the thousands of cast members that do this that don't get noticed as much, but they're the reason that Disney is what Disney is. So he wasn't accepting all the honor for himself. He was putting it back to where it belongs, which is cast members. Because cast members are what make Disney Disney, I think. So,
Totally
but
agree.
I think it was just so cool, and I'm just so it was so cool for me to be able to read that. But um, that wraps up our cheddar for this week. And don't forget, our show notes have the links for connecting with us. And it is time to talk about our feature topic, your favorite Disney resort and why. And I'm sorry, not Disney Resort, Deluxe Resort, and why. And it's interesting to me. I don't think I realized there were this many deluxe resorts. But the deluxe resorts are Animal Kingdom Lodge, Polynesian Village Resort, Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, Wilderness Lodge, Beach Club Resort, Yacht Club Resort, Contemporary Resort, Boardwalk Inn, and then you've even got the deluxe villas that are oftentimes tied to those resorts. So there's a lot of deluxe resorts. So the big question is, what's your favorite and why? So, Sophie, what's your favorite?
Well, my favorite, as I mentioned in the previous episodes, is the Grand Floridian. And it's not because that's the one I've stayed at the most. I've stayed at many deluxe resorts, far more, including Animal Kingdom and Bay Lake Tower specifically. And I really enjoyed all of them. But there's just something about the Grand Floridian. And as you can see, my background has once again changed.
Yeah.
Shocking. To now be the lobby of the Grand Floridian. And if you can just look at this, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see it, but just look at this. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's
And
like walking into a fairy tale, to say the least.
if you're not watching us on YouTube, start watching us. Subscribe,
Yeah.
turn on notifications, watch every week's episode, and see our millions of followers that we don't have. But yeah, the lobby of the Grand Floridian, Sophie, I'm sorry to derail you, but the lobby is incredible. And I think you chose a great background picture.
It is. And there's a wonderful movie that had Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour in it called Somewhere in Time. And every time I walk in that lobby, it reminds me of that beautiful movie. It was awesome. You can almost hear the piano playing when she just has her background up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's true. And no, you guys didn't derail me. Don't worry about that. Um, Another reason I like the Grand Floridian so much is because, well, I will say this. With regards to the Grand Floridian, I recently looked up pictures of the rooms there, and I will say this, the rooms at the Grand Floridian are actually my least favorite part of the resort.
Hmm.
What I love the most about the Grand Floridian is the lobby, the restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
and the shops that are sprinkled throughout the resort. That is the part that I love about it. I also love how close it is to the Magic Kingdom. There is a walkway between the two of them, and I remembered us taking it so we could go eat at, I'm trying to remember it was the cafe place.
It was the Grand Floridian Cafe. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah.
absolutely right,
We
Soph.
went to go eat at the Grand Floridian Cafe. We weren't staying there, but we went to go eat there. And the food, oh, the food. Goodness gracious. If I was forced to eat food from the Grand Floridian for the rest of my life, I would die a happy and very fat girl. I would die a chubby girl.
Well, I'm going to interject a moment and say that the walkway is new. And one of the things that you may not realize is going from the Magic Kingdom and walking over to the Grand Floridian took us like half an hour. And
Well,
I'm a slow
yeah,
walker anyway, but it's a longer walk than you might think it is. So
I
just
know,
keep that in
but
mind if you want to. But it was cool. It was really cool that we were able to do that now.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. I mean, like, I enjoyed that it took that long, okay?
Okay.
I really liked it because it gave us a little bit of a wind down period.
Hmm. Yeah. I say that mainly for anyone that is thinking of needing to get over there and which way might be the fastest way to make your reservation and so forth.
Right.
So,
Yeah. All
okay,
right.
continue.
Okay. Christmas.
Yes.
I don't think I need to explain that much when it comes to Grand Floridian and Christmas time, but just in case nobody's ever been to Disney World during Christmas, or at least during Thanksgiving, oh goodness, you're missing out so much, and I feel so bad for you. But Christmas at the Grand Floridian is probably the best place to have Christmas in the parks besides, well, in the parks.
Hmm.
And the reason for that is, well, yes, the tree in the Grand Floridian is massive and tall and beautiful, but the main focus for me has to be the gingerbread house that's going to be coming back this year.
Yes, it
Thankfully.
is.
Yay.
And for those of you who don't know, which means you haven't been watching the podcast at all, what the Grand Floridian will do is they will build a huge gingerbread house, and it's not going to be just like the size of a table. No, it's going to be so big that cast members walk inside of it, and there's
Hmm.
actually a little shop inside the gingerbread house. It's made out of real gingerbread. I know, I've smelled it, and I've seen the
Mm-hmm.
recipe that they use for it. And they sell like chocolate and cookies and all this other amazing stuff. And it's just so yummy and delicious. And ooh. as
That's
you
good
can
stuff.
Yep.
as you can see, the reason I like the Grand Floridian so much is because I'm a foodie.
Yeah, I am too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am.
Very good. Yep. And they have
Okay.
photographers set up in the lobby so you can get a picture of your whole family in front of that big, humongous gingerbread house.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Yay!
yep, I think that's everything. If I remembered more about the one time that I've stayed at the Grand Floridian, I would probably have more to say. But like I said, the rooms are my least favorite part of the Grand Floridian, so I prefer the Grand Floridian as some place to go walk around.
It's
Okay.
peaceful. It's very peaceful there.
Yeah.
It's nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, well
All
done, Sophie.
right. Thank
Yay!
you.
Okay. Brenda, you're up.
Yay!
Your
Well,
fate.
my favorite deluxe resort is the Yacht and Beach Club, and they're sister resorts. So they're side by side. They share the same gargantuan pool area, Stormalong Bay. But if I had to choose one between the Yacht and Beach, I would choose the Yacht. So I'm gonna just cover the Yacht Club pretty much. Um, the Yacht and Beach Club are walking distance into Epcot, and you can
Mhm.
also walk to Hollywood Studios, or you can take the boat to Hollywood Studios. You can take the boat from the Friendship entrance too, but it's so close. I mean, it's so close to walk to. It's like just over a hill.
Yeah.
You're there.
Mhm.
So there's no point in doing that. I really like that proximity to Epcot because I'm one of those people who like to go to a park, like whatever park all day, and then I like to go into Epcot at night.
Yeah.
So I really like that area. And it's also by the Epcot Skyliner station. So you can walk over the same hump and go over there to the Epcot Skyliner station. So it's really convenient if you're going to Hollywood Studios from there too. We usually
Yeah.
take the boat, but because I'm scared of the dangling death trap, but that's another story, another day.
Another day.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Beach Club Resort is, like I said, I like them both. The Beach Club is more of a beachy theme, which I love, of course. My house is a beachy theme. But the Yacht Club is more of a like a New England kind of theme, and the dock is there. The boat dock is there at Yacht Club, and I I don't know, but there's something that wins me over with Yacht Club over Beach Club. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm wondering what our listeners that have stayed at both, I wonder which one they prefer. So I'm hoping
That's
Yeah.
a
they'll write in and
good
say,
question.
yeah, I'm hoping they'll write in and say. And there's a beach area across the walkway, like right in front of the resort. There's a beach area, a sandy beach area with, chairs you can sit on at night or in the morning and relax and have quiet time. And I like that too. Close
Yeah.
proximity to that. So we have to go to talk about Stormalong Bay because one of my favorite things is, the pool and watching the kids play in the pool. It's awesome. So Stormalong Bay is a 3-acre pool area. It has a sand bottom pool with artificial currents. It has a lazy river, a 230-foot water slide, 3 jacuzzis, elevated tanning deck, and a beach area where kids can like build sand castles and stuff right there at the pool.
Wow.
So there's just so much to do at that one area. So
It's almost
we
like its
always
own
take at
water
least
park,
one
right?
day to just play there. Yeah, yeah, for sure. There's
Yeah.
so much to do at that one pool area. I mean, you have to take a day off where you can just chill by the pool. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
And there are also 3 leisure pools between the 2 resorts, the quiet pools, what they call the quiet pools. And as far as dining, Cape May, which is normally a character dining experience, is at Beach Club. Beaches and Cream is at Beach Club. But all these are, I mean, well within walking distance. They're
right.
connected. So the resorts are connected. So you can walk along inside the resort to get there. Yachtsman Steakhouse, which is awesome, is at the Yacht Club. Ale and Compass is at the Yacht Club. They have an awesome lobster roll I used to could have before my body retaliated against me, and now I can't have that. Hurricane Hannah's is by the pool, so that's a great place to get drinks if you want alcoholic beverages or regular non-alcoholic beverages, and they also have food there, so you can just eat while you're out there by the pool with the kids. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The rooms have 2 queen beds or a king bed. They have a sofa that folds down to another bed, so they can sleep 5 comfortably, the regular rooms. And then there's also villa rooms at Beach Club Resort. So, yep, I really like it. Can't
Good.
think of anything else to really focus on about it, but I really like the feel of it. I like being on the boardwalk area. The boardwalk area,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
at certain times, really, comes alive. I mean, you can rent
Mhm.
Surrey bikes out there and ride them along the beach, along the boardwalk, and
I
you can
have
walk around to Jelly Rolls and stuff like that too, if you'd like. And then you can roll back because, had a few
I
drinks.
have I have always wanted to rent a Surrey bike. We never have, but
We
I
Really?
have
haven't.
always
We
wanted to
never
do
have.
that.
Yeah.
You have
I,
to do that sometime, Sophie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can we do it together?
We could
that would be
try.
fun.
Yeah.
Yay!
That would be a
Yeah, we
lot of
could try.
fun.
By
And
the way,
yeah,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say that I love the boardwalk too.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
By the way, I was helping out one of my Bible study leaders, my buddy Charles, and I was showing him a picture because he needed to edit some pictures and add text to them and stuff like that. So I was helping him with that. And I just happened to pick up my picture from last week, which was my Riverview room from Port Orleans French Quarter,
Uh-huh.
showing the Sasagula. And he said, "Oh my gosh, he had taken his family to Disney back when Port Orleans was called Dixie Landing,
Yeah.
and he had taken his family there, and his daughter, 5 years old or whatever, they rented bikes and she was riding on the path down by the Sasagula.
Oh,
And
cool.
me just having to pull that up to show him what to do, it brought back that memory for him. And that is so cool.
That's awesome.
And I thought that's just how Disney,
Exactly.
invades real life. And in fact, before I get to mine, I want to show the picture that Sophie saw at a restaurant near us in Raleigh, and I wanted to share it because it just shows how Disney is just
Yeah.
so immersed in everyday life, you know?
Oh
Yeah.
You
my
know?
gosh.
It's
I
the
had
Lightning
almost
McQueen
forgotten
Kia
about that.
Soul. It's the
Yeah.
That is
Lightning
so cute.
McQueen Kia Soul. So I just thought that was really cool that there's all this. And one time, I don't have a picture of it, but one time we were coming home from visiting my family in Northern Virginia, and we were driving on Route 17 in Virginia, and someone had an old beat up truck that they had put the eyes like they had here with Lightning McQueen to make him Mater, and he looked just like Mater. And it
Oh, I
was
have a pool at our pool. The maintenance guy has
uh-huh.
a golf cart and he made him into Mater. I need to get a picture of it for you guys. It is the
That would be
cutest thing
cool.
ever.
It is. It is just so neat how, people take and they grab something that gravitates to them and then they just run with it. It's just
Yep.
so neat
Yeah.
how that works. So, anyway, that's Disney in real
Sweet.
life is what
Yeah,
that's like a new segment maybe.
that's
But
right.
um but anyway, I think that Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is a great place to stay,
Yeah.
and I think the yacht club, we've never stayed there, so I think
No.
that would be really cool. But we have eaten at the Yachtsman Steakhouse though, and I really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
my friend Beth, she is twins with my friend Joy, and they did the college program way back in the maybe let's see here in like the late 90s. um and Beth was the hostess at the Osman, and Joy was the boat operator for Living with the Land back when they used to have the operators tell the narration about what they were seeing before they made it automated and
Yeah.
audio. So she was a boat operator for Living with the Land.
Awesome.
So
Nice. That
so
would be an
there's
awesome job.
yeah, yeah. and they had fun with it. They had a lot of fun being able to do that. But my favorite resort is in my window. It's in my picture, and it is the Animal Kingdom Lodge. And specifically, we have stayed at Kidani Village for our DVC points. And I love so much about it. One of the things I like about it is we had a Savannah view room, so we were able to have our balcony and see the animals out on the Savannah outside of our window, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, so the rooms at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, to me, have that draw to them, to where there are things that you would want to do that are in your room that give you the ability to still be part of Disney, and interacting with seeing the savannah outside your window and so forth like that. But in addition to that, one of the things I really like is the lobbies, the way that
Oh,
they have it, everything set up with the imagery and the totem poles and stuff like that, and whatever they're calling it. I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but just the way that they draw that in, and you really feel like you're part of the animal kingdom.
yeah.
Um, One of the things I really like about the Animal Kingdom Lodge's lobby, and specifically, is how you can go out back and go on the balcony and kind of wander around, and you can see other views of the savannah. And we've seen giraffes back there, and we've seen other animals out back in that way. And that's something that you can do even if you're not a resort guest. You can take go to the parks or whatever and take the bus over to Animal Kingdom, and then kind of explore and do your own resort hopping. And that's one of the really cool things that would be really neat for you to experience and see for yourself, because
Hmm.
it's really neat. And one of the neat things with Disney is they see it as an opportunity to show off their resorts and get people interested in staying there down the road.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Another thing that I really like about Animal Kingdom is, and I don't know if they still do this because of pandemic or not, but one of the things I liked was the night goggles, where you could go back out on the back patio again, and um, you could get a pair of night vision goggles and use them to look at the animals on the savannah that you would see at night. So,
We did that with the girls. I think they're doing that. I think they are still.
Yeah.
okay, I hope
Don't
so,
don't just
because
take my word for it, but I think they're still doing it.
I hope so, because it was so neat. And I didn't really, I wasn't able to pick out a whole lot, but the experience of doing it was still fun anyway. And
Yeah.
so it's a neat experience to just try, and there's no charge for that. It was like, just wait your turn and get a pair and go check
Hmm.
it out. And they had guides that would talk about it and so forth like that. Um, we ate at in 2011. We had an adults dinner, with Cindy's brother and his wife and her mother, and so the five of us went to Boma. And I've told the story about the food I ate there before, and how I thought it was cornbread. It was really eggs. But
Yeah.
anyway, the the restaurant itself is at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it's a nice restaurant and
Yeah.
they have so many different things, and it was buffet, and it's one of the better buffets that you'll
I
find.
agree totally. Yeah, and the
So
service is excellent.
yeah,
At least it has
but
been.
yeah, yeah. The so if you are looking for that kind of immersion into the animal world, and you want to be close to the Animal Kingdom Park, then the Animal Kingdom Lodge or Kidani or Jumbo House, if you're DVC, those are definitely places you might want to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from Animal Kingdom is done via bus, so the bus schedules are, it's bus everything unless you Uber or Lyft or drive yourself to the park or Disney Springs or wherever. So you got to keep that in mind as well. But the bus schedule and the way that they handle the buses there, I think they do a pretty good job with getting the people to the different parks and so forth. So
And there's also that intra bus thing that goes between Kidani Village and Jambo House.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
So if
that's
you're
very
staying
true.
at one and you want to go to the other, you can. Um,
Yeah, because Sanaa is a really neat place. You can go there for breakfast, quick service, and it's just a cool place. Or
yeah,
you can do dinner.
Yeah.
yeah. So there's a lot to do there, and there's a lot to experience there, and it's not just for Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's not just a place to put your head down and sleep and go to parks the next day.
Right.
There's things that you might want to consider doing that are independent of the parks. So if you're looking for that kind of place, it kind of fits the bill. Um, because it's further away from the parks, other than Animal Kingdom, it's also on the lower side of the price point for a deluxe. So that might play into your budgeting as well if that's a factor. So
Well, and
so
also the rooms are a little smaller than the other two we've mentioned, and the other two we've mentioned sleep up to 5 guests, but the rooms at Animal
Yeah.
Kingdom Lodge only sleep 4.
yeah, so that's good
Well,
to keep in mind.
yeah.
Saves a little money, and it's like an experience within your vacation. It's like
Yeah.
a different experience
It is.
inside an
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that is my look at my favorite, which was Animal Kingdom Lodge. And I tell you, it was a toss up for me between Animal Kingdom and Bay Lake Tower. Um,
Yeah.
and we've stayed at Bay Lake Tower twice. And the only reason I didn't choose it is it the modern feel of it is so much like the contemporary, of course,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel as Disney themed as the others. So that's why I went with Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
proximity to the Magic Kingdom, you certainly can't lose staying at Bay Lake Tower. That is for sure.
That's for
So
sure.
if you want that proximity, then that's where you want to be.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that wraps up my discussion, and we actually have 3 listeners that gave us, and um, we dropped the ball. Actually, 4 now. Um, I dropped the ball. It's not a we, it's a Mike. Mike dropped the ball because I didn't post about and asking people what their favorite deluxe resorts were until like 10 minutes before we started recording. Um,
Yeah.
but I have had some great feedback. So
Yay.
let me just input this quick. Um, First up is my friend Donna, who said that they love Wilderness Lodge.
That was my second.
The restaurants are great. They love taking the boats to the Magic Kingdom and watching the electrical water pageant, and the ambiance really resonates with them.
Good choice. Good choice.
That is a good choice. I would
And
like
that's
to stay at the Wilderness Lodge.
yeah, I would too at
Like,
some point.
we've gone
Beautiful
there
resort.
for the Whispering Canyons restaurant,
Mhm.
and it's a good
Mhm.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
my friend Dee Dee writes that the Polly is her favorite because it's so sentimental, you know?
Ah.
So for her, it's trips down memory lane, and the Polly has all the feels for her for that. Um, and then my friend Heidi wrote that Polly is her dream resort. She really, really, really wants to stay there at least once before she dies. But the only one she has personal experience with is Animal Kingdom Lodge. And they loved every minute of their time there. And they were a standard view and still had a great time. So they didn't have
For
a Savannah
sure.
view,
For
but they
sure.
still had a great time.
Yeah.
And
I
then
really
lastly,
liked I really liked Animal Kingdom Lodge as well. I really
Yeah.
did.
yeah. And then lastly, Lori writes that she absolutely loves Old Key West. And that's one that we didn't talk about. Old Key West is original DVC, right, Brenda?
Yeah.
And so
Very
that
beach
is
feel, like Jimmy Buffett kind of
yeah,
Margaritaville kind of feel.
yeah, yeah. And we've actually toured it. Sophie may remember that, and they have an awesome pool area.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They really do.
And I know I didn't mention the pools at all at Animal
No.
Kingdom, because I don't really go to the pools that much. But
I
Sophie
go to
went
the
to the
pools.
pools,
I
and
try to
she
go at
enjoyed the
least
one
once.
at Kidani. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Kidani, they had that movie night going on at the
mhm,
pool. They literally put the giant inflatable movie screen right next to the water. So there was just me sitting in the pool because, like, they had this sort of wave section to it where you could just walk down the ramp and into the water. It was like a beach
mhm.
almost. I
Mm-hmm.
was just sitting in that area watching the Brave Little Toaster, and I was like, this movie is scary. Is this a Disney movie? Yeah, because we were at the part where all the cars, which were sentient beings, were in the landfill and they were getting crushed and stuff. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, sorry for the nightmares.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
lot of the resorts do that, try to do like the pool
they
area
The
do.
for the
movies at
movies
night.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the movie night in passing at Pop Century. They didn't have it right by the pool, but they had it right by the celebration hall, and they were playing Aladdin. That was fun. I wish I could have stayed and watched, but we were going to get some food and I was hungry.
Yeah.
Yep. A
But
lot of extra
anyway,
things to do at the resorts.
the resorts have a ton to do. And
Yeah.
I haven't done justice for Animal Kingdom, but there's a lot to do there. So,
It is.
anyway, that wraps up our discussion on our favorite resorts or favorite deluxe resorts. And now it is time for this day in Disney history for September 27th. So, Sophie, take it away.
Yay.
All right, well, I have 2 years that I'm going for, and both of these are extremely important to me, though the second one may be more important to Daddy and the viewers. I'm going to start with first in 1978. The film and stage actor Tyler Maynard, playing the original Flotsam from Disney's Broadway musical The Little Mermaid, is born in New Carlisle, Ohio. He is also part of the ensemble and later played the role of Valentine for Disney's Broadway musical Mary Poppins. I am a huge Broadway musical fan, so the fact that this is talking about Disney Broadway musicals is just big to me. I love
There
it
you
so
go.
much. And
Awesome.
I specifically love the Broadway musical of The Little Mermaid. I love the songs from that one. And then next, in 1981, in case you haven't guessed what this entails, because the 50th anniversary is this year, in 2021, the Milwaukee Journal reports Disney World set for 10th birthday. Next Thursday, Disney World will start its Tencennial, a year-long series of special events that will culminate with the opening of the $800 million Epcot Center on October 1st, 1982.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yay!
Pencennial. What a name, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great. I wish I could have been there, but that would mean
Yeah.
that there would have been a short time in my life where Disney was not a thing.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we don't want that.
No, no, no.
Yeah. 1981, you weren't even born yet.
Yeah. Oh, well, you and Mommy didn't even know each other yet.
I know, we didn't.
You were only like 11 years,
I was
13?
13 years old
Yeah.
on September 27th, 1981. I was 11 years old.
Butch and I had already been together 2 years by then.
We're not even gonna get into how old Mommy was.
No,
She
we're
would,
not.
I would be in very big trouble if I said that.
So it is time to stump the Soph.
Oh my goodness.
You can try.
We could try. This character is the toughest chef.
Chef, you say?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This character is the only woman in the kitchen.
I know who she is, I just don't know her name.
Oh, and this character, well, tell me who you think it is.
It's the female chef from Ratatouille.
Right.
Okay, what's her name, Brenda?
Oh
I
wait,
don't remember.
Colette.
Colette is
Very
right.
good. She is
I was-
fast with Google. Man.
Woo!
She is good. The third clue I was going to say is this character felt like she had to babysit
Yeah.
because she was
Linguini.
assigned to
Yeah.
kind of babysit Linguini.
Yeah.
But yes, Colette.
Very
is our
good,
character.
Sophie.
Hey!
Let's see. Down. You can't see it. There she is.
There she is.
Yep.
But anyway, that's who it was. Good
Excellent.
job, Sophie. No, did you know on that one?
Yay.
No stumping the Soph. No stumping the Brenda either. She knew it too.
I couldn't think of her name
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, but
I could see her face and I could see her hair because I like her haircut. But
Oh,
I
I
couldn't
didn't
think of her
see
name.
it. I didn't see it.
anyway, so that is my who's who character, and so that takes us to Miss Brenda and a little bit of Walt.
A little bit of Walt. Well, today's quote from Walt Disney is about Walt Disney World. So since we're coming up on the 50th, I thought this was a good one. So I've always said there will never be another Disneyland, and I think it's going to work out that way. But it will not be the equivalent of Disneyland. We know the basic things that have family appeal. There are many ways that you can use those certain basic things and give them a new decor, a new treatment. This concept here will have to be something that is unique. So there is a distinction between Disneyland in California and whatever Disney does in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, is there.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
sure is. There sure is.
Boy.
That is a great quote, Brenda.
I like it too. I like everything Walt said, but I like that too. I wish he had been here to see it all, but
Yeah, me too. But that wraps us up, and I have, I think, a fun topic for next week. And this is for October 4th, and we're going to record a little early because we will be at Disney on
some
October
of
4th.
us will be.
On October 4th, Sophie and Cindy and I will be at the Magic Kingdom. Brenda is not going to Disney until November.
This
But-
is your fault for leaving us last time.
Yeah. But anyway, our feature topic next week is I'm going to list out some attractions, Disney attractions, and the choice is one of two. Ride it or skip it. And I hope it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun, but I
Yep.
always think it's going to be fun. So
I'm looking forward to seeing the list for sure.
yeah. So I'll be in charge of coming up with the list, and you two will be in charge of saying ride it or skip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Well, that is next week's topic. I am looking forward to it. We all hope you have a great week. We are so looking forward. Sophie, like I said, we're going to be at Disney. We arrive on the 29th, so Wednesday night, and we are going to be at Hollywood Studios on the 30th, Magic Kingdom on October 1st, Animal Kingdom on October 2nd, Epcot on October 3rd, and back at the Magic Kingdom on October 4th. And we want to see you guys. If you are going to be there, give us a shout out. Talk to us on the Facebook page in our group and let us know if you're going to be there, and let's have a meetup, you know?
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
addition, we are going to be doing a ton of live streaming. For those that can't be there, stay tuned, because we're going to be trying to broadcast as much as we can, as often as we can. So
Yay,
be prepared and enjoy the fun with us. It's a historic, memorable time, and we want to share it with all of you. So
yes.
So
Can't wait
be
to
on the
see it.
lookout. I can't wait to be there. And I
Neither
am
can
so
I.
looking
Oh my
forward to
gosh.
All right.
I'm
So-
jealous, but I'm looking forward to my trip too. And thank you so much to Donna, Dee Dee, Heidi, and Lori for writing in.
it. Yeah.
Please keep your comments coming, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you come up with some in the next couple of days, let us know. Put them in the group, and we'll talk about them for next week. But anyway, everyone have a great week, and we will see you on the road.
On the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.